When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? When you complete the Pass Plus scheme. For how long is a statutory off-road notification SORN valid? Until the vehicle is taxed, sold or scrapped. What information is found on a vehicle registration document? The registered keeper. A police officer asks to see your documents. You don't have them with you. How many days do you have to produce them at a police station? 7 days. What's covered by third-party insurance? Damage to other vehicles. What's the legal minimum insurance cover you must have to drive on public roads? Third party only. When will a new car need its first MOT test? When it's 3 years old. For how long is an MOT certificate normally valid? 1 year after the date it was issued. Who's responsible for paying the vehicle tax? The registered keeper of the vehicle. When must you contact the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA? When you change your vehicle. In order to supervise a learner driver, you need to have held a full driving license for the same category of vehicle for at least 3 years. What other requirement must you meet? To be at least 21 years old. Your car needs to pass an MOT test. What may be invalidated if you drive the car without a current MOT certificate? The vehicle insurance. What must you have when you apply to renew your vehicle tax? Valid insurance. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? They must have valid motor insurance. What circumstances require you to notify the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA? When your health affects your driving. When should you update your vehicle registration certificate? When you move house. You've just passed your first practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years? Retake your theory and practical tests. Who's legally responsible for ensuring that a vehicle registration certificate, V5C, is updated? The registered vehicle keeper. What's a statutory off-road notification, Sawn? A notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle isn't being used on the road. What's a cover note? A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. What does it mean if your insurance policy has an excess of £500? You'll have to pay the first £500 of the cost of any claim. What must you check before you drive someone else's vehicle? That the vehicle is insured for your use. What's the maximum fine for driving or riding without insurance? Unlimited. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? An appropriate driving license. Your insurer will issue you with an insurance certificate. When must you produce this document for inspection? When a police officer asks you for it. When must your vehicle have valid insurance cover? Before you can tax the vehicle. What does third-party insurance cover? Damage to other vehicles. Your car requires an MOT certificate. When is it legal to drive it without an MOT certificate? When driving to an appointment at an MOT center.